Hey, how's it going, guys? This is your boy Haze, and today we're doing the Warlords of Draenor DPS guide for PvP Blood. Yep, been asked this quite a few times to do this, and finally decided it was time, so let's jump into this. Before anything else, we gotta jump into talents. What are you gonna use before you go out and hit something? Well, of course, we can do that. Starting off Plague Bear, trust me, you want it. Just wait. Lichborn, of course, we want to get out of the CCs, sleeps, charms, fears. I don't know about you guys, but that 10% leech is also amazing when used correctly. Chillblains, you need to be on your target to heal his blood nowadays. Conversion does not cut the cake. I'll show you why later on. Blood Tap, because one single rune can be used for Blood Boil, which can be used for more damage, more runic power, which is pretty good. It's not bad. And also, of course, here's what I was talking about. Conversion, 30 runic power per second. That's only 6% health for a full stack of, runic bar, which isn't amazing. So that's why we're going to be rocking Death Pact, which also has the 25% absorption, which is okay, but with Death Knight cooldowns, you can heal through it pretty easy, and I'll show you how to bounce back from that. And Desecrated Ground, because I don't like sitting CCs again. You can also use Gorfine's Grass for Battlegrounds, or if you're trying to do Arena's Frost, you're trying to do Arena as Blood, Ramosis Winter might work too. Now, last one, Necrotic Plague. Why? Because we're going to get focused. And when we're focused and forcing people to focus us, they're going to give us a heck of a lot more damage. And that's what's going to make us deal a ton of damage in Battlegrounds. So, let's jump over to Glyphs. Of course, we want Glyph of Runic Power. When you're struck, your movement power in effect, you will generate 3 runic power for every 1 second for 5 seconds. That's overpowered, guys. You really want that. More runic power, the better. More damage. Of course, you want the Dispel Glyph. It's pretty overpowered. And, of course, the Range Blood Boil Glyph. Now, everything else, you can change it out, decide how you want it. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are bad. There's no really good or bad you can choose for blood. Some are stronger than others, but this one is definite need. The other ones are kind of iffy. I definitely would take the Dispel over anything else. So, next thing that's up is the damage. So doing damage as blood is pretty simple. Now you go up, you apply your dots, you spread your dots, and then you smack them with death strikes all day. It's going to put a shield on yourself and deal quite a bit of damage. And of course, if there's more than one, Blood Boil more, because that's a lot of damage going out and around. Good. That's a simple rotation. And of course, when you get blood tabs and you have to heal, of course, throw them back into your death strikes. Easy done it. Now let's go over burst. Now, one macro I'm using for my burst as blood is Dancing Rune Weapon, and of course the PvP trinket. It's right there. It's pretty easy to copy. It's not bad. So go ahead and take that down. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit our target, of course. We're going to apply dots, like I said, spread the dots, and we're going to keep hitting. We want about full runic power before we burst. Now use that, which is going to put out another target there for you, another guy right there. That little sword is just going to beat on him. He's going to do everything you're going to do to the target, and slightly a little bit more. So basically, that's where our burst is going to come from, is that dual pressure. And of course, you can use, Empowered Rune Weapon during it to deal a lot more damage. And if you get the guy low enough, double Soul Reapers from that. Very fun, very effective. Now let's focus a little more on being defensive. So the one macro I use for blood going defensive is /cast Vampiric Blood /use Primal Combatant's Emblem of Tenacity and /cast Lichborn. This is a little heal macro just for, the first one extra health, second one extra health because it just gives, life, and of course Lichborn for the 10% leech, which blown with that will keep you alive because it heals percentage wise. So the more percentage of health you have, the bigger the heals are going to be, the more healing you're going to get. So let's say you're getting focused, you blow that and your heals are out, and then you use your damage reduction down here with Rune Tap, and then you just go about your normal rotation. But since you're trying to stay alive, remember one thing. Put your runes back into death strikes. I mean, you can use them on that if you think you can worm a death strike out of it, if you can use it on Blood Boil, but focus them on death strikes, definitely. Now, the other thing is when you pop your abilities, you have a high amount of health. Now you use your death pack, 50% of your maximum health. Now, if your health's higher, of course, it heals more. So, now here's the trick. You have the death pack. Look at that giant healing absorption. How do you get that off? Of course, you death strike spam. Now, let's say you're backed into a corner. Now, this is a defensive way to use Empowered Rune Weapon. More death strikes. Now, if you are forced to use that, plus the normal slight rotation, that'll actually completely take off the absorb percentage with those death strikes, which is a good way to go defensive and something you probably need to know. Icebound Fortitude and of course AMS and the other basics for Death Knights for going defensive, which are also pretty great, but those ones were just more blood focused items. So let's jump over to... Ooh, this one's gonna be good. See, why is it gonna be good? Because now I get to show you guys why this spec's OP and why this spec's pretty fun. They're not happy about me taking that. I don't really care. I'm a Blood Death Knight. I'm about to spit in all of their Cheerios. We're using that burst macro. Yep, just blew that one up. Now you notice all the damage that's incoming on me, but I'm not really taking damage. And we just blew those guys up. There's a Disc Priest. Caught the interrupt on the Disc Priest. Gonna switch to the Warrior over here. Warrior stun. Gonna get out of that with Desecrated. Basically, being a Blood Death Knight in Battlegrounds right now, it's pretty fun. You can force the other team to actually, you know, completely throw them off by making them focus you and getting up in their face, which is a pretty good slaughter. That orb's gonna go down. Maybe we'll have to go help with it. Yeah, you wouldn't really expect it from Blood, but it is such a powerful spec in PvP, at least Battlegrounds right now. I bet double Blood could actually be generally effective in arenas. I don't got burst for this guy right now, otherwise he'd go down too. We're just gonna, apply that AoE pressure and hope it works its magic. Gonna switch to this healer here. Now they're starting to kind of tie it up a little bit. Nope, we got burst, and that healer just explodes. The next one will too. It's the double hits. They are just absolutely insane from Blood. Like when it comes down to it, playing alone as Blood, this is coming from me, is more effective than playing alone as Frost. It's quite a scary thing. Let's see. We got a couple little horde running around over here. We got this guy with an orb who just got global. You don't even look at me, warrior. Where did the healer go? Alright, we're gonna blow full cooldowns on this healer so we can see the actual damage. We might even kill him at ranged. Yep, and we got a little help there. It's pretty relaxed as Blood too. You don't really gotta worry about it too much. Oh battleground, the Death Knight is Blood. Dang, you guys think we're on top of damage, or you think somebody's beating us? We're gonna have to check pretty soon. I should probably go grab an orb. Yeah, I'm gonna make this end faster. Come here. Come back here. Now we can't run around as fast, but that's okay. They might make us go defensive. Use some actual abilities. This is a healer. Don't you run from me. Got a hunter in our backside. Blowing full cooldowns. And he's just gonna try an LOS. Which means I'm just gonna laugh at him. Blowing cooldowns on the hunter. Now we got diseases on him. Even with that damage, ain't gonna happen. He ain't gonna do it. Now we got a warrior coming in. Ooh, capture insignia dropped. Fancy. Now we got a feral trying to kill us. And that should basically be 4 cap. Yeah. 4 cap, guys. Awesome. Come out here. I want to grip you. Well, I don't think they're going to come out and play with us. Maybe a couple times. Killed very fast. We need to go up there and fight that stuff. Come on, we want action. Good game. Let's see. Oh, we actually didn't get any kills. Imagine that. But here's the crazy part. Here's the part that no one really looks at. Well, not usually. Look at the damage. This is blood. Remember that. Top healing, top. Yeah, top. Yeah, it wasn't top healing. I lied. But no, top damage for sure. Blood's OP for BGs. This is a good spec to rock when you want to have fun. And if somebody wasn't shadow burning my kills, I would have gotten quite a few kills.